Good morning, beautiful souls. This is Bobby coming to you again with another lesson of the light. And today's lesson is called Where Do We Go From Here? It's a follow-up video to one that I did after I took a tumble down the stairs. And that video, of course, was titled, When You Ask for Something from Spirit, Be Specific. And so I didn't ask. I said I wanted to move, and I didn't ask how that was going to happen. And so I fell down the stairs. So now I'm recovered and I'm on the other side of that. And I'm with family now, contemplating my next move. So it's not really practical for me to get down on the floor with the dogs doing the kind of work that I was doing before. So I decided that, of course, I am carrying on with the program that I'm doing for the online training for the canines, teaching people how to work with the canines with holistic therapy. However, now in the moment, it's important for me to build up the ability for me to, venture out on my own and find a place and, start again. So a friend of mine told me that the work that I've done with her in the past, I've done some remote treatments, which is basically just conveying your energy through intention in a remote way. So telepathically forecasting your intention of healing to the person that you're working with. So she said, it did such a wonderful job for me. She says, why don't you try that in working with the dogs? And I never thought about that before, but I will tell you that if you work with the dog that way, they can't lie. A person can tell you, oh yeah, Bobby, yeah, I had some great results. And they can lie to save your feelings, but a dog wears the changes on the outside. So if this works for a dog, you can see it. If this doesn't work for a dog, you can see it. So anyway, I agreed to try that. And she had a friend that she put me in touch with who had a dog with the diagnosis of laryngeal paralysis, which is a pretty serious diagnosis. He's an older guy, and laryngeal paralysis is where there's a constriction and a swelling in the throat of the muscles, and they're contracted, and it's hard for them to breathe and to eat and, of course, to exercise. And so it also is a neurological imbalance. The condition is neurological, and so it makes an imbalance in the back end. He's not able to control the back end as well. He just kind of shifts back and forth. So he's off balance in the back end. And so I agreed to work with him, and so did the owner agree to have me work with him across the miles, thousands of miles. But before I did that, I contacted him also telepathically, psychically. I've dabbled in animal psychic work before, and it's all energy work that we are all capable of, but we don't realize that we are, so we don't trust that so much anymore. But when you hone that and condition that, you can talk to the animals, which is what I've always wanted to do. Now, I haven't been practicing that for a long time, so I thought, well, let me just kind of try it and see if I can reach him and if he agrees to convey to me what's going on with him. So I did. And so what the animals do is they actually show me pictures, and he showed me that constriction in his throat, and he conveyed to me that it was an inconvenience, that it was bothersome. And so, and then he couldn't figure out why the caboose wasn't behaving, why the back end was kind of flopping back and forth without control. So that's how he conveyed his issues to me. So that night I worked on him energetically, from many miles away. And the next morning when I woke up, I contacted him again just to find out how he felt the changes happen, if any. And before I could even ask permission to speak to him, he just kind of like, wow, he came right in and he conveyed to me through his movement. He was just, just kind of jumping around, and his tail, well, the tail was wagging the dog, you could say. And he was breathing better. He just wanted to hurry up and go out for his walk. And I mean, his back end was behaving, and he looked a lot better from what I could tell from his conveyance to me. And then before I had a chance to even call his mom, she sent me before and after videos of what he looked like and what his breathing was like before the treatment, and then that morning after. Wow, what a difference. Yes, it worked, and he felt it, and she confirmed it, and all of a sudden the aha moment was, oh my gosh, wow, not only was I so happy that his condition improved, but I thought to myself, thank you, Spirit, for this blessing, that now, knowing that this is possible, I can do this from anywhere. And I can work with animals wherever they are. So, big blessing. Big blessing. So a friend of mine tells me, she says, Bobby, the world is our oyster and we are the pearls. And so I leave you with that comment. And thank you so very much for joining me. And we'll talk again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.